What's up, my honey bunnies, and welcome back to a new video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am so glad that you're here. So for today's video, it's gonna be a new type of video. I was thinking of a way to show you my hauls, anti-hauls, first impression, kind of just give you beauty news, whether it's makeup, hair care, skincare, fragrance, anything cruelty-free and vegan that's new in the market and that's catching my eye, and basically just tell you what's out there. And I kind of wanted to do it kind of like newscaster type of style. So I have my notepad, my glasses to kind of look more official and more legit. I don't know why I think of a newscaster and I think of like notes and glasses, but anyway, so I got my notes and I am going to be formatting this video in a way that it's like in categories. That way it's easier for you. Like for example, if you just want to hear about fragrance, you can jump to fragrance, or if you just want to hear about makeup, you can just hear the makeup. And I'm going to timestamp, you know, when I edit everything. So again, it's going to be in categories: hair care, makeup, skincare, fragrance, bad news, if there's any bad news. If you're new around here, my name is Ellie and I bring you all the news of cruelty-free and vegan beauty. Hopefully you stick around and subscribe, and let's just get started. I was going to start off with the bad news, but we're going to save that to the end because I feel like there's already so many bad news going around in the world right now that we're just going to stick to the positive. Okay, we're going to stick to the positive, and we're going to start off with the makeup, like new releases, what's new. I'm going to take off my glasses because I don't need them. Starting off with Mera Beauty, they have come out with new shades, new packaging, new products. And if you're not familiar with Mera Beauty, they are a cruelty-free and vegan clean, which is a natural brand, and they're more like a less is more makeup company. They have a lot of like beautiful products and formulas that really help you achieve a no makeup look or a less is more makeup approach. And I absolutely love this company so much. I have tried a lot of their products. I teamed up with them to do a video, I think like last year or the year before that, and since then they have come out with new products, new shades, and new packaging. So let's get started with that. Their Flush Balms got a new makeover. This is what it looks like now. So these are their cream blushes. Let me show you their old packaging so you can see the difference. So this is their old packaging, and it used to come in a kind of like matte gray packaging with gold. So now it's a shiny gold, metallic-y, nude, very sleek, very beautiful. I love this packaging. They did an amazing job with this packaging. It is way better than this one. I mean, I like this one to begin with because I thought it was still sleek and just very simple, but this one is just more elegant and just like more sleek. So I love the new packaging. And if you have watched my video that I created with Mera Beauty, I will link it down below or in the cards if you've missed it, if you want to go check it out. Their cream blush formula is one of my absolute favorites. It's just an amazing, kind of like not very makeup-y. It just makes you look so naturally flushed. Like, so I highly recommend their Flush Balms. They have so many different colors, and I love that. Again, it just looks very natural. It doesn't look overdone. They're not super pigmented. They're a little more on the sheer side. So I do have two. So this one over here is Mood, and then this one is Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills is what I'm wearing today on my skin. They also came out with a new shade in their highlighting stick. So this is their Day Glow Highlighting Balm in the color Citrine. I am so happy that they finally created a gold highlight. So they do have two other shades. Citrine is more of a gold. I do have the other color Bounce. So here's Citrine. Again, these are not going to be super like pigmented and very like blinding, but they do have a beautiful glow. I mean, they do have a really nice pigmentation. This balm right here is very balmy, very dewy. If you're not into that, then you might not like these, but if you love a glowy, dewy, just like hydrated, juicy cheek, these are beautiful. They're just so nice. They feel very lightweight. They blend out really nicely. I don't want to say they're like oily, but they're very emollient. It's also what I'm wearing today on my cheeks. Hopefully you can tell. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch the other color that I do have. It's called Bounce. I'm going to go ahead and swatch it over here so you can see it. This one is more like a pinky champagne, not super pink. It's very, very pretty as well. I do like it on my skin tone, but I do prefer Citrine now because Citrine is definitely more of a gold. As far as a new product from them, like an actual new release, is their lipsticks. So they came out with these a couple months ago. So I did buy one of them and the other one was sent to me as PR. And I bought it because I didn't even know they came out with new products. And when I saw them at Sephora, I was like, what? They have lipsticks now? I was so excited. And of course I went ahead and swatched them. They only had like 2 or 3, maybe 4 shades in store. I think it was just 3, I think. I could be wrong, but the ones that I really wanted was the color Baby and the color Slip. And I was gonna buy both of them, but they didn't have Slip in store, so I went ahead and just got Baby. And if you follow me on Instagram, you heard me talk about this on my stories because I really, really do love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch both of them. So here we have Baby, which is the one I'm wearing on my lips right now, and out of the 2 that I have, this one is the more pigmented one. The other one's a little bit more sheer. And then this one is Slip, the one that they just sent over. I picked it out because again, this is the one that I really wanted. They're both very neutral shades. So Baby is more of a pink nude, and then Slip is more like a brownie neutral, very sheer type of color. These are called these Signature Lip lightweight lipsticks, and they are pretty sheer, but they're buildable. I really love the formula of these because they feel so good on the lips. Like, they feel nourishing. They really feel like a lip balm. Yeah, these 2 are beautiful. And then the packaging, oh my goodness, the packaging is stunning. They killed it with this packaging. It doesn't feel cheap. It feels, you know, substantial and heavy and very luxe. I love this. Kind of like nude, brown, gold, see-through, sleek, chic. I love, 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 love the packaging of these lipsticks, and I love the formula. If you have not checked them out, definitely check them out. There's a few different shades, and you can get them at Sephora or at the Merit website. I believe I do have a link that gets you a percentage off if you shop through their website, and I'll link it down below if you want to check it out. That is what's new from Mera Beauty. Again, check them out down below. Saie Beauty came out with a new concealer, and this is their Hydra Beam Sheer Brightening Under Eye Concealer, and I did pick it up in the color 3. I was very disappointed with their shade range, to be completely honest. I was like, we need more. The first time I tried it, I was not a big fan. I was ready to return it. I was like, this is way, way too dewy and way too hydrating. It looks pretty like shiny. Here's the shade 3. This is pretty much the only shade that I can use. The other shades were either too dark or too light. And anyway, so like I was saying, when I first tried it, I didn't like it. It was just too dewy, and I felt like it looked shiny, and I felt like it was just gonna move around. But I was pretty impressed with the coverage. The coverage is supposed to be a sheer coverage, as it says in the name, Sheer Brightening Under Eye Concealer. But I feel like it does have way more coverage than just sheer. I would say like light to medium. Like, I actually covered everything that I wanted to cover, like the darkness, the redness. It covered it, and I really like the coverage. I really like the shade as well. Like I said, there need to be more shades. And so the second time I used it, I decided to go ahead and set it. And usually I never set my concealers because they can look a little too drying and it just makes me look older. So I always skip, well, I mostly skip setting my under eyes. But with this one, because it's so freaking dewy and so hydrating, I had to go ahead and set it. And once I set it, it looks so natural. It looks so good, which I was so impressed. So now I like it. I really, really like it. It gives me kind of like no makeup vibes, but also giving me enough coverage. So I do really like it. It does retail for $26, I believe. And again, there's only a few shades. But yeah, that is the new Saie Beauty Concealer. Moving on to a cream bronzer. So LYS came out with a new cream bronzer, and of course I had to pick it up. So this one is called their No Limits Cream Bronzer Stick. And I think on the Sephora website it says cream bronzer and contour stick. At first I was intrigued because I was like, how are they gonna make a product work as a contour and also as a bronzer, you know what I mean? Because usually a contour, you want like cool tones so that you can create shadows, and then for bronzers you want to look like you've been in the sun and you've been tanned and, you know, more bronzed, so they're a little bit more warm toned. So I was really intrigued by this. As soon as it got released, I picked it up from Sephora and I got it in the color Harmony. I do have a demo to show you as well, but the packaging of LYS Beauty is amazing as well. I love that it's like a little triangle. All of their packaging is triangle and I really like that. It's rose gold, very sleek. Yeah, it is a cream stick. As you can see, this is what it looks like. I will give you a swatch of Harmony. I was gonna go with the lightest shade, which I believe is Motivate, but I thought it would be a little too light for my skin tone because this is the one that they were recommending for medium skin, and that is my skin tone. And I'm so glad that I went with this one because it's not that dark. And I love that it's more of a neutral brown. It's not too cool, it's not too warm. It's like perfectly in the middle, and I think it works just so good for my complexion. It is what I'm wearing on my skin today as well. On this side, I applied it directly from the stick to my skin. It was very pigmented, very creamy. It blends out so beautifully, and it just leaves a really nice sun-kissed tan bronze type of look. But on this side, I went ahead with my brush, applied a little bit on my brush, and then I went ahead and, like, you know, buffed it and blended it out. But both the sponge and the brush worked perfectly. So I'm really liking this one, and I'm so glad that I picked it up. These retail for $19 each, and there's 5 different colors, which I think is a great shade range for a cream bronzer. Last but not least, in the makeup category of this beauty news video, so OSEA Beauty came out with a new primer. This primer, I'm not gonna be picking it up because it's not something that I would benefit from. It is more of a matte finish. The Jumpstart one, the original one, is more of like a satin finish, so it's not like I said, too dewy or too matte, but this one is supposed to be a matte finish. So it's for my oily girls, you know, girls that have like an oily T-zone or they want to control their oils. This is supposed to be a good one for that. But they also came out with new concealer color correcting products, and that for sure I do want to pick up, and it is on my wish list. I want to pick up the peach. I want to pick up the peach one because I do want to use it for my under eyes, but they have a green, a yellow, a peach, a red. I think it's like 4 or 5 or 6 shades, and I think it's really cool because I feel like there's not a lot of like color correcting in the green beauty space. There's a lot of color correcting in like conventional makeup that's cruelty-free and vegan, but not so much in like natural beauty companies. So I'm so happy that they came out with this one. Okay, so the next category is hair care, and Briogeo just came out with 2 different hairsprays, or like, you know, hair styling products. One of them I already have because I really wanted to try it. This one is their Superfoods Banana and Coconut Soft Wave Texture Spray. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have already seen me use this product in a Reels video, but this is amazing. I really like this one. A lot of Briogeo products are great. They make amazing hair care products. This one is great if you want those beachy waves, kind of like tousled, messy, you know, beachy hair. For summer, that's like one of my favorite hairstyles because it doesn't involve any heat. Doesn't involve too much work. You can just let your hair air dry. So basically I apply this onto my damp hair and then kind of scrunch it up to create more waves, and then just let it dry, and that's it. And it leaves really beautiful tousled messy waves, and my hair doesn't feel crunchy or like, you know, when you put a sea salt mist, it kind of feels like sticky and just kind of weird. This one is not like that. It leaves my hair so freaking soft. It feels like nothing's on my hair, and it smells quite nice. I thought it was going to be very strong because when I first smelled it out of the bottle, I was like, whoa, like it's very strong of banana, kind of like, you know, that banana candy, the Laffy Taffy banana. That is what it smells like. It smells really yummy, but I really like that it's very subtle when you start putting it on your hair. It does not linger that much. It's very subtle, so I really like this one, and it is $25. The product they came out with is a leave-in kind of like conditioner spray. It is their kiwi and avocado, or avocado kiwi one. It's a green bottle. I was gonna buy it, but I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and just try this first you know, see how it goes, because they're not cheap. I mean, $25 for this is kind of pricey. It's not that cheap. Those are the new products from Briogeo. Again, another brand that I really rely on when it comes to good, effective hair care that's cruelty-free and vegan and also natural. That was basically it for the hair category. We're gonna move on to fragrances. So Sol de Janeiro, is that how you pronounce it, came out with 3 new scents for summer in their body spray line. Me being a fragrance lover, of course I had to go check it out at Sephora. Thankfully my Sephora did carry the testers in store, but unfortunately the one that I really liked out of the 3, they didn't have. It was sold out. It's sold out online, it's sold out in the stores. So I'm taking that's like the most popular one. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start off with that one. It's called Sea and Soul. It's the blue bottle. So the blue bottle is more of a juicy, flirty, summery. It just smells really good to me. And I think out of all the 3 that they came out with, that is the one that I'm gonna pick up because that is the one that I really liked. The other ones I did like as well, but I feel like they were just not my vibe. So Sea and Soul is a juicy citrus and ocean musk type of body scent. The top notes are juicy citrus, a tangy starfruit, middle notes of pink pepper and fresh violet, and then bottom notes of ocean musk and white driftwood. So it does smell a lot like the sea, but also juicy and fruity and tangy, because I'm thinking that's the starfruit in it. So it is juicy, fruity, tangy, beachy. That is what it smells like, but it does not smell like sunscreen, so I really like that. So that for sure I am gonna pick up, but just at a later time when it's back in stock. The other scent that they came out with is called the Tropical Nights. This one is a creamy tonka base and vanilla absolute. And then the notes for that, so it's mandarin oil, midnight blooming jasmine, vanilla absolute, patchouli, creamy tonka bean, and tobacco leaf absolute. Those are the notes for Tropical Nights. So I think the name fits great because it is more of a darker, like a nighttime type of scent. Like that is when I would wear it, is at nighttime, because it's a little bit more heavier than the other 2. And this one is, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like sexy, but because it has patchouli, I kind of don't like it. I just hate patchouli so much that if a fragrance has it, I most likely won't buy it or even try it, because in my mind patchouli I just don't like it. Patchouli is either you love it or you hate it, and I am definitely someone who hates it. Like I said, this one does have more of a darker, like nighttime, kind of like sultry, sexy type of vibe. And I think it's because of the tobacco and the patchouli that probably make it more like, you know, darker and like heavier. I liked it, but again, it's just because of the patchouli. So I'm not gonna pick it up. So that's gonna be part of my anti-haul. I'm not gonna pick that one up. And then last but not least, they came out with tan lines. And this one is a Solar Tuberose and Latte de Coco, which I think is coconut milk, I believe. This one I also liked, but it literally smells like sunscreen. Like, you know, when you're at the beach and you're putting on your sunscreen, it smells very sunny, very like beachy in a sunscreen type of way. And it's not a bad thing. I do like it. It smells really nice. If you love a very sunscreeny type of like summer scent, like what is that popular one that's not cruelty free? Beach Walk. That one's very like sunscreeny and like very summery, very beachy, kind of like coconutty and like sunscreen. That's basically how I can describe it. It smells nice. The name is perfect, tan lines, because it does smell very beachy, very like solar. So all 3 did smell really nice, but again, the blue one is the one that I really want to pick up. So that's on my wish list. Moving on to skincare, that is what's next on my notes. OSEA came out with an under eye product, and I don't have it with me, and I don't know if they're going to send it to me. Usually when they come out with new products, they do send it to me as PR, but I haven't received anything, and if I don't, I probably will buy it myself because I do really want to try it. It sounds really amazing. It is pretty pricey. It is $58, and it is like a tiny, like a roller ball type of eye serum or like an eye product. It has a metal roller ball, so it's cooling under the eyes. It's called Ocean Eyes Age Defying Eye Serum, and again it comes in a little bottle like this with the roller ball. And okay, so it has seaweed, which is supposed to reduce the look of crow's feet and bags, which sounds amazing. Bark extract improves the appearance of dark circles, which I also need. Quinoa reduces puffiness under the eyes, which all of this is speaking to me, and this is why I really want to try it. Peptide smooths the look of fine lines and wrinkles. So that is what it's supposed to do for you. Even though it is pretty pricey for the most part when it comes to OSEA, I've been using them for so many years, and a lot of their products are just worth every penny. They make really amazing formulas that are effective. So that is basically what's new from OSEA. I do have a code with them if you want to save, I think 10%. You can use Ellie10, or I do have an affiliate link that I'll link down below if you want to try them out as well. Okay, so next up on the skincare category, Lather just came out with a body serum. Yes, a body serum. I've never heard of this before. At least I haven't, but maybe there is something like this. But basically it's an after sun body serum. Obviously in the summer you're in the beach or you're just more in the sun and your skin can get stressed, it can get suntan, it can get burned and stressed. So this is a perfect body serum to soothe your stressed skin. It's basically an aloe base type of body serum, but it also has other ingredients that are amazing for your skin. But it is supposed to be a soothing, just hydrating body serum. And I did go to their little launch party that they're having at their stores. It's kind of featuring the product and kind of testing it out. They had popsicles and just like mimosas, and I did try it out on my skin. I did not buy it because usually every year for summer, or like just once a year, we try to take a vacation, and this year we're not taking any. So if we were to be taking a vacation, I would have bought it and taken it with me on my trip, because it is something that I would think is more of like a vacation summer essential, especially if you're going to be in the sun a lot. It's a really nice product. It feels very hydrating. I love that it's not sticky and it doesn't peel, because I have had sunburns and I apply just like your traditional, just like your regular aloe vera gel like you can find at the store, and it always feels sticky, it always feels thick, and it sometimes peels. And does it work? Yeah, it does, but it just doesn't feel that good on the skin. This one didn't feel like that at all. This one felt really lightweight. It sinks in the skin, and again, that was just like my first impressions because I didn't buy it, but it sounds like an amazing product, and it does retail for $24, and it is an 10-ounce bottle. I'm almost done with this video. The last two things I want to cover in this beauty news video is two bad news. I'm sure you have already heard this, but if you haven't, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. But Ilia recently got acquired by Clarins, so they now have a parent company who isn't cruelty-free. So if that's something that is a deal breaker for you, you know, that's gonna be bad news. To me, it's like, it's sad, it kind of sucks, but honestly, last year I decided to start using or be more open about brands that are owned by parent companies who aren't cruelty-free. And before, like years ago when I went cruelty-free, I was very strict. I did not want to use any brands that were owned by a parent company, and I wasn't perfect, but I tried my best. Like if I knew they were owned by a parent company, I wouldn't use them. But now I have changed my mind a little bit, and I am a little bit more open to these type of brands that are owned by non-cruelty-free parent companies. And even though it does suck, I am going to continue to still use Ilia, because even though, like, yeah, the money still goes to a brand or a company that tests on animals, it also shows the demand for cruelty-free. Like if you keep buying from this brand because they are going to still remain cruelty-free, it kind of just shows these bigger brands that there's a big demand for cruelty-free. And we've seen this happen in the past where big brands with bigger brands that are like at the drugstore becoming cruelty-free, either Leaping Bunny certified or PETA certified, and that's really amazing. it just goes to show that demand is still there for cruelty-free, and it's gonna help. So that's why I decided to start using companies that are owned by parent companies that aren't cruelty-free, and I'm okay with it. And the other bad news is regarding Bite Beauty. So Bite Beauty is closing. Did you guys hear that on their Instagram? I was so bummed because you know I love Bite Beauty. I have like their lipstick formulas are just amazing, one of my favorites. So Bite Beauty is closing. So if you really love Bite Beauty, you definitely need to get your hands on some of their products before they completely close. I think they're having like 50% off. But yeah, they are closing, but they are keeping their lip labs open, and I think they're like planning to open more. If you're not familiar with their lip labs, they're basically like actual stores where you can go in and create your own custom lipstick. And I think that's amazing that even though they're closing Bite Beauty, they're still keeping their formulas and like amazing lip products in the lip lab company, I guess. I don't think they're gonna have like the same products as Bite Beauty, but you can go in there and you can still enjoy the formulas and just create your own lipstick shades. So I think that's what I'm gonna have to do. There's a lip lab not that far from me. But those are the two bad news that I wanted to share with you in this video, and that is everything that has came out that has caught my eye, that I've either have bought, is on my wish list, or I'm not gonna pick up. So I hope that you enjoy this type of video concept. If you did, please give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.